Yo guys, so we've got a lot of time before the next update, so I thought what better way to spend that time than to rank every single Dueling Grounds weapon that's come out currently, going from the middest of the weapons all the way to the most insane weapon. And I felt there was no better way to rank it than using a tier list. So without further ado, let's get to ranking. Before we get into that, I'm trying to become the best ear mixer around, and I need your help to do so. A like, comment, subscribe to the channel would help out tremendously. Let's get into the video. So we're here on the tier list. We've got the dual daggers, the naginata, the katana, and the gauntlets, the newest weapon that just got added in the latest update. So we have 3 tiers because there's not a lot of weapons in this game. So we've got mid, the worst of the worst, obviously. Alright, and insane, the best of the best. I think the first tier list we're going to do is going to be in the hands of a casual player. And so, I think the weapon we're going to start off with is going to be the naginata. And in my humble and honest opinion, I think from all the matchups I've had on this game, I could easily say it's one of the easiest matchups I've had personally coming up against it, with like the daggers, katana, gauntlet. To me, it's always an easy matchup, because if you get up and close, there's nothing they can do about it. Because he's not going to outspeed you with the daggers, he's not going to outspeed you with the katana. And it could with the gauntlets, but the gauntlets do that much dagger damage, it's looking kind of peak for it. So, I think, having said all of those things, I can personally put the naginata in mid. I don't think it's a very good weapon in the hands of a not so competent player. It's quite an easy matchup. So now for our second weapon, we go straight to the newest weapon, the gauntlets. And to be honest, at first, if you watched my last video, at first I did not like these weapons. I thought they was trash and mid. Having played against people that are good with it, having used it myself a bit more now, I think they are a lot better than people give it credit for. It requires a patient gameplay like the naginata, but I think you're more rewarded with this as opposed to the naginata. You do a lot more stagger damage, you do a lot more damage. There was a game I had in my last video where we'd been fighting for like 20 seconds and that guy was already on 50% health and was trading at an equal rate, to be honest. So, in my opinion, I think that not the best, not the worst, but alright. I can't give it any higher because in hands of like an alright player, they're not too good. I think it's still quite an easy matchup, because if you know how to outrange them with the katana, with the naginata, you will beat them, to be honest. But they are alright. Moving on to our next weapon, we have the dual daggers. When I first started this game, I thought these were by far the best weapon in the game, but another weapon has replaced them for me. I think they're very, 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 very good up close. There's not much you can really do. You have to keep the range against these, because if they get close, it's done. I think their fatal flaw is the range of it. And also, I think I'm not too sure, quote me if I'm wrong, but they seem to break stance a lot quicker than the other weapons. But the trade-off with that is you get very, very good deflection time. It's very easy to parry with the dual daggers, as opposed to the gauntlets, the naginata. I think a casual player can pick up the dual daggers and do very well with them. And so for me, for that simple reason, it has to be insane. And then it leaves us with the last weapon being the katana, and it already has a place in insane, let's be honest, but to explain my reasoning for putting it there, I have to say, it's the easiest weapon to learn, it's the easiest weapon to pick up, it's the first weapon you have, so it's the weapon as a casual player we're most proficient with. It's honestly, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a low skill weapon, but there are some changes you can do with the katana. It's just its light attack. You can get into a loop where you can spam its light attack. It's a very hard weapon to stop. Its heavy attack, the way you can mix it into its lights, is very good as well. Like for pure mix-up potential, insane. It's 100% the easiest of the 4 weapons to pick up, with dual daggers being a close second in terms of pick up and play. So let me just move that over here. And that is our final tier list for a casual player. But this list changes up dramatically when we factor in good players. because I think in the hands of a good player, the Naginata has to be insane. You guys know what it's like to face a good Naginata player, how patient they are. It's the worst type of match to face in this game. If I see a Naginata player in ranked, I already know I'm in for a bad time. It's a very, very good weapon. But moving on, I think in the hands of insane players, the dueling daggers as the next weapon has to go down a tier, because I think if you know how to keep your range and how to hold players off, they're not very good. Obviously, you have all the perks with the fast attacks, easy parries, but it's not very beneficial if you're playing someone that's very patient. It's going to be hard to do anything against it. So I think for that reason, it has to go down to I. The katana stays where it is. I think the katana is probably the best weapon in the game. It's light attacks, it's heavy attacks, insane. So that leaves us with the gauntlets, and to be honest, I don't think they're that good enough in high level play from what I've seen to be any higher than they already are, and I also do not think they're better than dual daggers. So for that reason, I believe it has to go in bottom of all right. And with that, that concludes in my own opinion, the best weapons in the hands of pro players in Dueling Grounds. Yeah, that was pretty much the tier list. I hope they had more weapons for the Christmas update coming on the 25th, but if I had to see a weapon to get added, like a lot of people have been saying on the official TikTok, I too would like to see the Kasari Gammas. Having played a bit of Ghost of Yotei myself, he's easily my favourite weapon in that game, so I would 1 billion% main it on this game. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Peace.